guys, welcome to Iridium Rock and Metal Reviews. We've got Jam here. How you doing, mate?
Good, mate. Thank you. Good. Thanks for calling me on.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Well, your idea, obviously. Jam always comes. Cheers, mate. Cheers. Jam always comes. Yeah, it definitely is. Bit of a new one, this one. So, bit of an experiment. We don't know how it's going to go, so we don't know if people are like it, but I thought it was quite cool when you mentioned it. So it's almost like we're doing like up-to-date rock and metal news, if you like, and what our opinion on what's going on, what we think about it, and most importantly, probably be what you guys think about it. Because I don't know, sometimes when you see some news, you want to say something to someone, don't you? I don't know about you, Jam, or talk about it, but you know, not everyone's into rock and metal, so this is our opportunity here, isn't it? So we also was talking before the show, we don't really know what we're going to call it. So this first episode would be the pilot episode, if you like. Will be called Iridium Rock and Metal News Episode 1. And what that means, it means we won't stick to like a weekly thing or anything. We'll do Episode 1, Episode 2, whenever there's great news, maybe, and we can all get together. And that's another thing we're talking about. It's hard to get people together. So we do it as me and you at first, and then any people want to join any of the idiots and talk about this stuff, more the merrier, really, innit? But obviously we all come from around the world, so that can be a little bit difficult. So the first one is like a pilot to see what people think, and comments below, because everyone likes an opinion, don't they?
Yeah, definitely.
So we're just going to talk about the stuff maybe that's happened in the last week or so, maybe a little bit more, some stuff that I think people might want to talk about, and stuff that Jam's going to bring to the table, of course. Before we get started, though, I thought it'd be good to start off, Jam, with like an anniversary, if you like. I spotted this one on Facebook early on. Most of my info comes from. It's Dio. I know it's not one of Dio's best albums, if you like, but Dio, Master of the Moon. It was the anniversary of that, August the 30th, 2004. So yeah, 20
Excellent.
years.
Well, I've got one on that note. I've got one I was going to bring up as well. It's actually 36 years since first Danzig album released today. There you go.
Cool.
Which has obviously got classics, Mother and Twist of Cain and Hunter and all those sort of great stuff. I'm a big Danzig fan, and Misfits and all that. So wasn't something I was going to. It was only an AOB I was going to bring up, but yeah, as we're talking anniversaries, yes, the first Danzig album, not an original pressing, unfortunately, but still quite cool. No.
So cool. I mean, that I think that's a good way to start the show off, just to talk about anniversaries. And well, I know there's some bad things about social media, especially at the moment with lots of politics going on, but it can be handy for things like that. Sometimes you don't know it's an anniversary, and bang, there's one up there, and you think, wow. I mean, I was thinking Master of the Moon, 20 years.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, you know, you said the Danzig one there, so that's the first cool thing to talk about. So anyway, in the comments below, what do you think about Master of the Moon? I know it's like, you know, not meant to be one of Dio's classics, but still a great album in my opinion. So we're gonna talk about in no particular order. I've got a load of stuff here to talk about, but first of all, Jam, you went to a festival recently, Stone Dead Festival.
Stone Dead Festival. Wow. What can I say? I can't highly recommend it enough. It takes place it's in Newark, which I think is Nottinghamshire. Could be Lincolnshire. Apologies if it's certainly very close to Lincoln anyway, but I think it's Nottinghamshire. It's a festival run by fans, for fans. All the people there are volunteers. Maybe not the bar staff, but certainly all the people who run it. So it's very friendly. There's about 5,000 people. It's basically built on a model of the old Monster Rock. So you go in, there's like a big, almost like the Dunlop bridge as you go in, which is really cool. It's 5,000 people. It's not a big festival, but they've got some good bands there. And it's so reasonable. I think it was £70 for 2 nights camping and parking and the gig ticket. And it's got 2 days. You know, the main day is Saturday, so you can just buy a ticket for Saturday if you want. And on Friday, they have a Friday night party. And we had Scarlet Rebels, who get played on Planet Rock quite a lot. We saw them. It's not really my thing, but they were good. Nothing wrong with them. Then Paul Di'Anno doing an Iron Maiden set, which was great. He's still in his wheelchair, unfortunately, but it was great, you know. And then headlining the Choir Boys. And this is the Spike Choir Boys, not the official Choir Boys, if you like. But it had Luke Morley and the drummer from Thunder as well. I forgot it's James, whatever his name is, on drums. Harry James on drums as well. So I had 2 members of Thunder. And they did Choir Boys played. That was great. That was Friday. Paul Anthony was the compere from Planet Rock. So that was quite cool as well. And then on the Saturday, we had loads of great bands, a bit of rain, but it wasn't too bad. Tailgunner were brilliant, classic metal. I didn't see Eclipse. I know you're a big fan, but we sort of strategically planned not to see them, if you know what I mean, because none of us are massive fans. And then we saw Doro, 60-year-old woman. She was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Can't believe it. KK Steel Mill, KK's Priest, Ugly Kid Joe were absolutely amazing again. And then obviously Saxon to headline. So what a great festival. I'm trying to be quick here, so can't say how great it is. Get yourself down to Stone Dead. Sold out. I bet it sells out very quickly this year as well, without any bands being announced as well.
I love the old style of I know it's a day and a little bit, but I love that old style. People, I think, miss the Monsters of Rock thing a lot with the classic sort of rock bands rather than, you know, what you get at these festivals now, some of the more extreme stuff, I suppose.
Yeah.
But that definitely appeals to me. It sounds a little bit like Made of Stone to me, you know, but Made of Stone started to build up a little bit more. That used to be sponsored by Planet Rock, but it looks like Stone Dead is now. But man, that's just building up, like you said, and a little festival and just the sort of stuff we like, really. So that's cool, very cool. So that what I'm mate, very cool.
And a t-shirt. So I've got a t-shirt.
Oh, nice.
Guess how much? £20. £20 for a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And to tell you the truth, that's a bit like Made of Stone. The actual you get the t-shirts from the bands that at the usual sort of price, but then I bought a hoodie. I think a really nice hoodie, Made of Stone one. I think it's £30.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like as good as you like. So yeah, very cool, very cool. Recommended both of those festivals for anyone who wants to go to a classic sort of rock festival in England. Okay, let's go to the big one first. Now, this might be a bit controversial. So, but this is a rock channel, remember, rock and metal. So it's all types of rock and metal. The biggest news this week has got to be Oasis. So I'm not a fan myself, and I feel a bit bad because earlier on I messaged Jam and I said, "Damn, I think we need to do a bit of a piss take here, Oasis." And Jam, I don't mind saying, Jam's after tickets, so I felt a bit bad at that point. But you know, it is massive news, isn't it? It's like fucking hell, it's like set the England on fire. This news, whether you like them or not.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. I think it's probably an era, isn't it? I'm slightly, no offense, I'm slightly younger than you. I went to university in '93. You know, I was from a rock background, but I met loads of people who weren't, and they, you know, it was all dance music and house music at this point. And to have a rock band coming into the charts, doing stuff, it sort of brought us all together. So I'm not a massive fan of Oasis. I've seen him. I mean, I went to see him in 2008. It wasn't a problem getting tickets then, I can tell you that. But
I mean, to tell you the truth, I latched on to them. I tried it because they were so massive. Anyone who's not English watching this might not understand it so much, but they were a massive part of the rock scene. And I tried it. I bought, I think I bought What's the Story, Morning Glory. It was like the third album, I think, second or third album. And I didn't mind it at the time, but it's just one of those things. I can latch onto something and then I lose it very quickly. Whereas in rock, heavy rock and metal has stayed, but these things have come and go really quickly. But no, I mean, good luck getting a ticket and all. I mean, it just sounds like everyone's just after a ticket, doesn't it? So
I think half the fun's been actually, there's probably about 20 of us who want to go. We've had WhatsApp groups going all week just to have a bit of banter, you know what I mean? We all know we're not going to get tickets tomorrow, but we're all going to try and see how it goes.
Very cool, very cool. So, you know, good luck to anyone who wants to go and see Oasis if you can get a ticket. So I'll do a few. I know you might have a couple of surprises for me. I want to talk about Todd Latora a little bit. So he's been releasing some snippets. I don't know if you've seen them, Jam.
I haven't seen him, no, not seen him.
So I'm a little bit concerned. Not concerned, but he's never made it a secret that whatever he wants to do solo-wise, and his last solo album was like the album of the year for me. Amazing stuff. But he even in an interview I did with him, he said to him, "Look, I will do what I want to do." So he did an experimental track. It was a bonus track called One by One, I think it was, on that last album, and it was like veering into black metal, like the growls and the death metal stuff and black metal. And I didn't like that song. I didn't mind the song itself, but I was thinking, no, man, I want to hear you sing, basically. So he's been releasing some of these experimental black metal stuff, so you might want to check that out. Lost in the darkest they hide, I mean, he hasn't said it's going to be on an album, but it's good that he's working on a new album. But you know, I'd rather, obviously, if that's a bonus track, fine, you know, put it on the end. But now that if it's anything like the last album, so it's exciting to see that he's in the studio again for sure. And he released a little bit as well. He released a little bit. I think he said it's something he had working on Queensryche a few years ago, like when he first joined the band a few years ago, and that sounded amazing. Like a little snippet. So I don't know if that's going to be used for the new Todd the Tour album, but that's exciting stuff to see, and he's working in the studio. So that's very cool.
That's cool. I think it was. I'm not saying bragging, but he was talking about something, saying that he's 50-year-old and he can still sing all these songs. And we know he smokes. I mean, he might not say that personally, but we know he does. He used to smoke as well. So yeah.
I mean, he actually hasn't smoked for a couple of years now. So, okay. But yeah, I mean, as usual, it's a lot of the stuff we find on Blabbermouth, don't we?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So they take a little snippet, don't they? And the truth is, he is 50 years old and he can sing those songs in the same key. But yeah, people can look at it, can't they, and go and just say, "Who the fuck do you think you are?" You know. But he can. Yeah. You know, and could Jeff Tate do it when he was 50? Probably not at that range. So, you know, I'm a Todd the Tour fanatic, and I am a Queensryche fanatic, so I can see both sides. But I can see why people easily get upset, don't they? People.
I'm not sure. I haven't got my tickets yet, but I'm hoping to go. You're going to Bristol?
I'm going to Bristol. Yeah. All booked up, hotel booked up. Really cool little, just to quickly tell you, I mean, I was going to do a little snippet on YouTube, on my Facebook page. So I was just tuned into he goes on the Metal Voice a lot. I don't know if you know the Metal Voice. And it was a live thing, stream, and it was about 10 minutes in, and he started, and I was on there, and I said, "Hey man, like, how you doing," or whatever. And he said, and he went, "Oh, Iridium reviews," and he mentioned me. He said he does great reviews. I'm going to see him. He said he's going to see me. He's promised me meeting up in Bristol. So I'm really excited about doing that. So that's really cool. Okay, let anyone below, if you've heard the Todd the Tour stuff, what do you think? The growling stuff. I mean, it might not be a bit of me, but you know, it is what it is. So hopefully, it won't be an album full of black metal, but we'll get a bit of a variation. Hopefully. The next one I want to mention is just I see this today. So Eric Gromwell, obviously Skid Row, ex-Skid Row, and loads of other things, obviously teaming up with Eric Martinson by the looks of it, out of the clips and doing stuff in the studio. So really, I don't know what it is. There's some other guy involved as well as a songwriter, but I'll see them two are together. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, you know, I mean, that's the perfect combination for me. So I don't know what it looks like yet. It looks like early stages, but them two just working together is like a dream come true for me, you know. So
excellent. Oh, yeah. Yes, why not? But all Norwegian, aren't they? Norwegian, Swedish, yeah, Swedish. So hopefully, I mean, I didn't see them together, but I saw a photo of them or something. So I hope they're, because you know it's like these days you can record an album and not be anywhere near each other. But I think the magic really happens when you're together, doesn't it? In my opinion, definitely.
Yeah, I'd like to hear everyone's opinions below. What you think they're going to come out of that? It can only be good, you know, in my opinion. So you've got anything new to? You got anything I might not know about, mate?
Well, you might not know. It's probably my last thing. I've got some AOB, which we'll probably do at the end. But it was just on Blabbermouth, probably a couple of hours ago. Tesla, new single.
That was next to the list.
I
only looked at it today though to get some stuff for this. Yeah, All About Love. Cool, isn't it?
Yeah, All About Love. Yeah. So there we go.
Yeah. So I mean, they haven't
read any more details. I didn't read anything, but
I mean, they haven't. They spoke a little while ago that they didn't have an album in the pipeline. They want to maybe try this like odd song now and again because of the way music is now, isn't it? It's just like you can release it wherever you want. But there is, if anyone wants to check it out, but I only listened to a few seconds. There's a live. They've been playing it live apparently for a few months, so you can hear.
Okay. Cool.
You can hear it how it sounds live obviously with a blimmin' phone. Well, good quality phone, but you know, we have to wait for that. I don't know when it's going to be released, but it's cool. But it sounds like a ballad. It's all about love. Type thing, but Tesla are excellent the ballads, as we know.
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah. So yeah, let us know if you're getting excited about the new Tesla. I love Tesla. Just brilliant band. just this is sort of new news, but it's sort of been in the pipeline for ages, mate. You're a Testament fan. Do you like a bit of Testament?
Yeah, I'm not a super fan. I think we're going to see Anthrax, Creator, and Testament, I believe, later in the year.
Ooh,
It's definitely Anthrax and Creator. I think it's Testament as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be in House with Apollo, or whatever it's called, the event in Marina, whatever they call it. Apollo anyway. But yeah, so yeah, I think Testament's sporting. So yeah, that'd be cool. I'm not a massive fan, but yeah, I do like him, of course.
They're mixing a new album apparently, like in December, January. There's been talk about a new Testament album for ages. It's been quite a few years since the last one. Chuck Billy, the singer, was saying, it's really going well, aggressive, fast, creative, melodic at the same time, just like Testament are, I suppose. And a bit of a ballad in the pipeline. A Testament ballad might be a bit different, I know, but I love a bit of Testament. It's about as heavy as I get, probably. Testament. Yeah. But looking forward to that. But that's been spoken about for ages, so it's sort of news, but it sort of ain't at the same time. So Michael Sweet's in the news a lot, isn't he? Have you noticed this?
Yeah. What's he saying he doesn't like? Metallica, is it? Metallica he doesn't like?
Never been a big fan of Metallica. Now, if you actually read the article, which I did, and he actually put on his Facebook page, before you go mad, read the article, and it literally says, I really respect them. Done great things for the music, for heavy rock and metal, whatever. He just never got into them, which is like as normal as you like, isn't it? To say that.
Yeah.
We can't like everything, mate, can we? We can't.
Of course we can't.
Okay, so next one is Motley Crue. I thought we'd mention this one.
I only watched your. I didn't know. I saw the song "Fight for Your Right." I thought I didn't even think of Beasty Boys because obviously this brackets for your right to party, whoever it is. And then it wasn't until I saw some of the comments before I watched your review, but it's fucking awful. Jesus Christ! I love. I actually like Beastie Boys. I was into them before metal, probably in a way, because 82 or something, whenever License to Ill come out, I love the Beastie Boys. But yeah, God, that's awful. It's terrible.
And you know what? The only thing I did say about it, which and then it's only since lots of people have been comments, probably one of my most popular videos because it's Motley Crue, right? And then to tell you the truth, it's a bit of I suppose it's a bit of clickbait for me because I knew that without making an opinion before, I'm not a massive fan of the song. I thought I actually prefer Beastie Boys and their more rap stuff than their when they go more rock and metal. So I wasn't expecting to love it anyway. But one of the things I said I did like, in fact, if you actually think about it, a lot of people were commenting under my video saying overplaying by John 5, and they're right. It's just constant soloing, and the original didn't have that. And it's almost like I am a great guitarist, so I'm going to show off, but it was a little bit too much. It's like every second there was like, it's like, yeah, I didn't like it at all. I mean, and like I think Dom posted on Facebook to me, he goes like, why didn't they just do another version? Or, they've already got a great song called Fight for Your Rights, which is a brilliant song, actually. One of my favourites, thinking about it, on Theatre of Pain. It's a brilliant song. So,
yeah. I mean, I actually like Dogs of War. I like it. I think it's a good song. I mean, I've heard it lots, and I actually like it. So it's not that I'm opposed to it, but I mean, it was a great. As you say, they're 60-something-year-old people trying to fight for the right to party. They fight for the right for a fucking Zimmer frame, more like Jesus.
For me, it feels like sometimes they want people to dig at them. It's almost like, right, we ain't, all the fans probably want something new. Fuck it. Let's do Just Fight for Your Right to Party. A song that, apparently they'll be playing it live, but anyway, we've overdone. Motley Crue gets spoken about so much, don't they?
Yeah, let's leave them. Let's leave them. I've just thought of one actually. New documentary series. I know Dom had his opinion on the title, and I agree because it's fucking called Hair Fucking Metal, which we fucking don't like. But I'm going to watch it. But it's the same old people, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's the same. There's no Guns N' Roses interview. Not even Sebastian Bach lowered himself to be interviewed on it. From the looks of it.
And there has been, like you said, there's been quite a few documentaries in there regarding that 80s LA scene and stuff like that. Probably end up watching it, like you said. But yeah, I mean, hair metal. I don't know that because that was a term used after, wasn't it? To look back on it and have a bit of a dig, I suppose. So, I mean, what else would you call it to get? I don't know what you would call it. If you call it melodic rock of the 80s, people might not watch it. I don't know, hair metal, they know straight away what you mean, I suppose. I don't.
Glam metal, isn't it? That's simple.
Glam metal. But some people say it ain't glam metal. I don't fucking know. But it might be worth a watch, like you said, a bit fun. So I want to. There's a band that I love called Seventh Crystal. I cover them quite a bit on the channel. They've been teasing some new stuff coming out, so I'm getting excited about that. Just that's really cool. And there's been a couple of releases just the last couple of weeks. That my favourites, a band called Invasion. They brought Invasion 2 out. Their second album, which is we talk about. All right, should we call it glam metal? Should we call it hair metal? Whatever we call it. I mean, that's a slice of that.
Yeah,
brilliantly done with style, not nostalgia bait or anything. Just he's proper good. And the Georgia Thunderbolts, a bit of a southern rock, Rise Above It All. They brought their second album out as well, which is absolutely fantastic. So just 2 recommendations from me. And new releases. That's all. So anything else from you, mate? You got a couple of AOBs?
Just the last 2. Yeah, AOBs. Dead Days' new album is out next week.
Yeah.
Obviously, John Corabi's back now singing, so I like the single so far. We're going to obviously they're touring UK as well, starting that week, and I shall be going to Rock City to see them in about 2 weeks' time. And Karen would like me to mention, obviously, the new Leprous album is out today, which is probably why she's not doing this show. She's probably listened to that, and it's called Melodies of Atonement. Obviously, Leprous are, if you don't know, a prog metal band, but very, very good live singers, amazing. So that's it, I think, for me, for news this week.
Very cool. No, I enjoyed that, mate. So if anyone, just anything you want to comment below about the things we've spoken about, whether you want to think of a name of the show, and whether you like it or not, and the proof's in the pudding. So I enjoyed that.
We'll see how many views we get, whether it's a good idea or not. We can always it all continues. So.
Exactly, and like you said, anyone wants to join in, any of the idiots or anyone new, they can come in and speak about the week's news. We'll get the week's news together or whatever, and then we'll team up again. But hope everyone enjoyed episode 1 of Iridium at the moment, Iridium Rock and Metal News. So thanks for listening, guys. All the comments below, good and bad, let us know, and we'll see you soon.